Welcome back to Frontline Insights. I'm Bill Brandt, and we're here live at IT Nation 2011. I have the CEO of Axcient here next to me, Justin Moore. Welcome to the show, Justin.
Thank you. Good to see you again.
Yeah, absolutely. Good times already, but it's still early days in the show. Why don't you tell the audience a little bit about why you guys come out to IT Nation 2011?
Yeah, absolutely. So we found that IT Nation is a great place to find new partners and also meet existing partners. You know, a lot of the partners that are here are already partners of Axcient. They're already selling our platform. They've already had real success with the solution. But it's a good time for us to get the face time, get the feedback, learn from them the challenges they're having in their business, where they want to go next year as they start doing their fiscal year 2012 planning, how we can be a better partner and support them in that growth. But of course, to recruit new partners onto our platform as well.
Absolutely. And you guys, we were just talking before, Axcient's hit the market in a big way. You guys are, creating a lot of buzz. And why don't you tell us a little bit about what you see going on at the broader perspective in the industry, and then what does Axcient actually do to fill into some of those trends?
Yeah, absolutely. So of course, right now you're seeing a lot of conversation on cloud. Cloud is the big buzzword, has been for the past year. The cloud means a lot of different things, and that's one of the problems, is it layers confusion in. But really what you're seeing is people look at from an SMB perspective, how do I solve three primary problems? How do I have better peace of mind? How do I eliminate the complexity in my IT environment? And how do I do so cost effectively? How do I do so and save money? And that's really kind of what I see the broad trends in as. And what the vendors and the IT providers are trying to do is solve those pain points, provide total peace of mind, eliminate complexity, and do it at a cost point that makes sense for the SMB.
Absolutely.
How we fit into that is we're a very critical element of the IT infrastructure. Axcient provides total business uptime. We make sure that no matter what happens, a small to medium-sized business never goes down. Whether they lose a file or folder, an application, a laptop, a server, all the servers on the network, we can make sure they stay up and running at all times from anywhere in a matter of minutes. And that's solving a major problem.
Absolutely.
Business downtime in the US costs small to medium-sized businesses billions of dollars per year. And Axcient can eliminate that. We can put an end to that. We can eliminate billions of dollars in loss per year with our platform. And so that's how we tie in. We leverage the cloud, and we leverage on-premise elements to tie back into the customer network. And we do it all under a single pane of glass. Easy to use, single vendor, single interface. So we solve a dual problem for the channel who has to manage it, and the SMB who's looking for peace of mind and uptime.
It's a great value proposition to be able to go in and talk to your customer about how you're going to save them money, eliminate that downtime. Company's been talking about that for a little while though now, right? And it's been an important piece of the puzzle. What makes you guys different and unique? Why are you, on this fast track that you guys are just hitting the market in such a big way?
I think a couple things. There are a number of things that I can say Axcient is the only vendor to do. And these in aggregate are what differentiate us. First of all, we're the only company that's built a platform from the ground up. There is no other vendor in the world that can do all the elements that are required to provide total uptime. Not only protecting the machines and backing up the files and folders, but also the applications, the operating systems, and not just being able to restore them, but being able to light them up on an infrastructure quickly. So if you lost all your servers, you could log into the Axcient cloud, and with our new cloud continuity solution, you could click a button and launch an entire virtual office with all your servers. Yeah. No one can do that. Everyone's cobbled together something to even come close to doing that. And two is, we've positioned it as a platform. There's no hardware to buy, there are no software licenses to buy. This is a software as a service solution. So having that easy pricing where there's no money up front and it's a low flat monthly fee solves the cost issue. So you solve the peace of mind issue with the total uptime, not just protecting the data. We solve the cost issue by having a low monthly fee with no upfront costs. And we solve the complexity issue. And the way we solve the complexity issue is we built it all. It's a single pane of glass. You don't have to cobble together a solution. It's easy to use, and it's backed by HP hardware and infrastructure, so it's reliable as well.
Yeah, outstanding. And I think the partners want to take advantage of that. That's a nice piece of the puzzle that they can offer to their customers. So tell us a little bit about how the partner community is important to Axcient and how it fits into your overall go-to-market strategy.
Yeah, well, look, we're 100% channel. So for us, it's all about the partners. We are only as successful as our partners are. We've committed ourselves to the channel, and we're committed to enabling the channel. So what we do at Axcient to make sure that they're successful and therefore we're successful is provide them with the tools to be able to sell to the SMB customer, to provide them to the tools to be able to manage that customer easily and effectively. And so that's how we've really shown our commitment to the channel, and we plan to stay channel focused, because if you look at the SMB environment, 70% of SMBs across the country use the channel from a buying perspective.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that trend's only increasing.
So, great value proposition to the market, helps take advantage of an emerging trend. Channel is very important to you guys. How can the partners make money? Where's the opportunities for them, either by industry, by vertical, by market, or is it just a horizontal solution they can bring to all their customers? Where do they make money?
So the reality is, we have partners servicing every vertical. We have customers in healthcare, financial services, legal, nonprofits, retail, restaurants, everything. We have customers in pretty much every industry you can imagine. We have customers from 1 employee to several thousand employees. The reality is every small to medium-sized business needs to stay up and running. We live in an always-on world. You cannot have downtime. You need to be able to service your customers. You need to be able to be responsive. You need to be able to access the applications you use to run your business. Every business needs that, and we provide that for every business. We do see partners verticalize. That's because they want to focus their attentions more ruthlessly on a single segment and have real deep penetration to that market. So we see partners being very successful in that way in, say, healthcare, legal, financial services. But on the other hand, we have partners who are extremely successful that just sell to the broad SMB base.
Mm-hmm. That's outstanding. Well, every vendor has this, and it's early days for you guys in building your channel, but it's the old 80-20 rule that we talk about, where 80% of the partners are actually on the let's just say the lower end of the spectrum, and then 20% are really what are driving the business.
Right.
What do your 20% of your partners look like? What are they doing in terms of their working relationship with you? What are they doing from a sales perspective, a marketing perspective, an operational perspective to make them successful?
Yeah, it's a great question. I mean, we see this with our partner base as well, right? We have 20% who produce the majority of the business. And one of the things we've committed ourselves to doing is really understanding why are they more successful, because we want to take the other 80% and we want to help them be successful.
Exactly.
And if we have to hand it to them on a silver platter, we'll do that. We're doing everything in our power to enable their success, because their success is our success. Some of the common themes. We see the more mature partners, let's call it, standardize on platforms.
Mm-hmm.
They don't just offer whatever the customer wants. They say, hey, Axcient's our data protection and business continuity provider of choice. That's what we're going to provide you. We're not going to support anything else. That way they get economies of scale, because they have support staff that are only trained on one solution. They don't have to be trained on 4 or 5 or 6 different solutions. Number 2 is they operate their business in a very measured manner. They really measure Salesforce effectiveness. They measure campaign effectiveness. They come to us and they ask us to work with them to produce campaigns, collaterals, joint marketing, outbound approaches to acquiring customers. And so they're leveraging the vendors to help them be successful, because they are not subject matter experts in any one solution, whether it be data protection or spam or virus or whatever it is. So they are leveraging the vendors to help them be successful. And we are seeing that with our partners. So that's really, and then the final one is they really understand their gross margins. Really truly understand that the cost of a solution is not the price that a vendor charges you subtracted from what you charge your customer. It's all of the soft costs of managing it. And they really understand that. So when they measure their business and they choose their vendors, they tend to do it more carefully.
Yeah, good stuff, good stuff. Well, we're trying to, that's part of the concept behind our publication, behind this actual show, is helping those partners move from the commodity-oriented, hardware-oriented partner to consultative, business-oriented solution provider that helps their customers drive towards business outcomes. And you talked about a lot of those around helping clients, reduce their cost and mitigate against risk. So a lot of exciting stuff. Any parting shots for our audience to think about in terms of Axcient and where you guys are today and where you want to go and how the channel fits in?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, as I said earlier, we're 100% dedicated to the channel. We're constantly innovating. Every 6 weeks we're launching new software. We just launched our cloud continuity functionality, which is a real game changer. We are constantly recruiting new partners. You're going to see a lot of big things from us from a technology standpoint, but Axcient's not just about technology. Yes, I believe we have the most innovative and disruptive technology in the market, but we're also, as an organization, reinventing how vendors do business with the channel. We're making it simple. We're making it easy. We don't have complex pricing. We really work with partners to understand their business, what their objectives are, how we fit into that, how we can help them achieve those objectives. And so, Axcient's not just about the technology, but also about the company. And we love working with the channel. It's seen huge success over the past year. We had 800% growth last year. We're going to have 400+% growth this year. We just raised another $15.5 million in funding. So we're up to $33.5 million in funding. We're extremely well capitalized, and that's because of our partners. So we really are feeling very thankful to the partner community for the success that we've had.
Well, from everything I've seen and heard, you guys have the right management team. You definitely have that disruptive technology, and you're riding a wave as a trend in the industry. So for all you partners out there, Axcient's definitely worth a look, in my opinion. And Justin, I appreciate your time on the show.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Take care.
Take care.